y'all, what's happening everybody? Camo here, and I am really excited about today's commentary. I'm going to give you all some information about the up-and-coming game Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Now there is a lot of information out there, so I'm going to try and tell you as much as I can in this video, and then I'm going to make another video on Wednesday to fill in any of the things that I missed. So let's just get right down into it. The number one most innovating thing that Treyarch is doing to Black Ops is that they are making a completely new create a class system. Alright, if you have no idea what they're going to do, here's the basicness of it. That you're going to have 10 points, I think, and each thing that you get costs a point. You want a primary, it costs a point. You want your perks, they all cost points. And what this allows you to do is that it allows you to sacrifice certain things to get more points to put other places. For example, in the trailer, the guy had no primary, but he had 6 perks on his little setup. He was just running around with his Raging Bull, or the Raging Judge, I think is what it's called. I'll get into the guns later. This is a really nice, innovative system. Another thing they have done is that the perks no longer will have an effect on the way that your gun reacts or how your gun acts. Basically, no perk is going to be able to allow you to pull your gun out faster or allow your gun to shoot harder. Everything that you want to do to your gun, you have to have an attachment for it. And they have Quick Draw, which is now an attachment for most of your guns that will allow you to pull out your gun faster. They have the selector switch, which allows you to change whether you want to do a single fire, burst fire, or fully automatic with your guns. Yep. Their amount of attachments are completely insane. Another thing, I'm going to get down to the guns now, is there is a very limited amount of guns. From what the confirmed guns that they have right now released, there is a very, very limited. There is only like 8 assault rifles, 8 submachine guns, 4 sniper rifles, 4 shotguns, and only 5 pistols, I think. That's it. That's all you get. Then you have your launchers, and then your specials, like the assault shield, and now they're also bringing back the crossbow. But I'm a little bit scared about having such a limited amount of guns to have, because with God guns, it's just another thing that if you have more guns and you have more God guns, you will have more variety in what you can and cannot use. If you have 20 guns and 5 God guns, you at least have 5 options to choose from. If you have 8 guns in your game and one of them is a God gun, you have 1 gun that you can use. That's it. That's my real personal fear that I have about this game and its limited amount of guns. And what I saw in the multiplayer gameplays at Gamescom is that almost everybody was running around with a shotgun or a submachine gun. I didn't see any sniper rifles actually. I saw very few assault rifles, and I'm just kind of worried about my options whenever due to the limited amount of guns. That's my personal opinion. I don't know. You all can say whatever you want below. Anyway, some game modes that are going to be pretty interesting is they're going to have your typical team deathmatches and all your objective games. Then they're also going to have multi-team games, which is 2 to 3 or more teams, going at each other. They're also going to have what was it? There was a really interesting mode, kind of like King of the Hill actually. It's going to have one objective that you're going to have to hold for a set amount of time, and then it's going to switch over to some other part of the map. You hold it there, and then you just keep going back and forth, and whoever at the end of the match has the most points, wins. They're also going to add in this weird game mode that I saw, and it's called Overwatch. And I'll give you the description. It says, Overwatch is a brand new way to play Call of Duty. Overwatch allows the player to switch between the first person and third person viewing mode. When in third person mode, the player can control groups of units from above. They get a bird's eye view of the battlefield, helping them to better plan their engagements. Players can then switch back to first person mode at any time. When in Overwatch mode, you can also select which player or vehicle on your team that you wish to control. So that's it's really interesting. I don't know if that's going to be actually multiplayer mode, or is that going to be a single player option? I don't know. But if it's going to be a multiplayer mode, you're going to be able to control units. Does that mean it's going to be like this more Battlefield, like real-time strategy kind of thing? I don't know. It'd be a pretty interesting thing to see in total. But that's all the game modes. Oh, they also have the new multi-round domination, which is instead of your regular control 3 points, first one to 200 wins, you control 3 points for, I think it's 2 minutes. Or minutes might be variable. But after that 2 minutes, the teams switch spawns like you would in Search and Destroy. And I have no idea what happened right there. I just walked straight through the door. I got launched to the other side of the room, and I'm down to 33% health. Had no idea what happened. I got hit by a magic wall. Anyway, what was I talking about? Multi-team domination. You're going to hold a point for 2 minutes, switch spawns like you would in like Search and Destroy or Demolition, and then you do it all over again. And the one unique thing, so I forgot to mention this when I was talking about the guns, was the crossbow. Is you're going to actually have an attachment. You can actually attach the an ACOG scope or a scope onto it. And the sniper rifles, you are now able to remove you're able to remove the scope, so you can just have plain iron sights. I actually think it is the only gun that will have the iron sights attachment available to it.